welcome to Indiana basketball. And so hopefully you enjoyed. That's my audition video so I can play for the Harlem Globetrotters. But if they won't take me, maybe I'll be able to play for the Washington Generals. That's who always plays against the Harlem Globetrotters and loses about every single time. But hopefully you enjoyed that and are enjoying the nice weather in between rain showers. And, one time when we were traveling out to Colorado, we stopped at a restaurant in Nebraska, and the waiter goes, "Is it really true that everybody from Indiana, can they quote the movie Hoosiers?" And the guy brought our water, and then he left. And then when he came back to take order for food, I just started quoting some of the lines from the movie Hoosiers. You're playing Cedar Knob tomorrow night. No one knows them better than me. You got to squeeze them back in the paint. You got to make them chuck it from the cheap seats. Watch that purgatory they call a gym. No drive, 12 foot in. That'll do. And then also Chris's dad, he can say this one really good. It says, "Cletus, you tell him. Remember sectionals 33? 1 point down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let her fly. In and out." Well, I was fouled. And so hopefully maybe you can quote some lines from the movie Hoosiers. But, another quote is, "You're in the Army. You're in my Army. Every day, 3 to 5. Or e-learning, 9 to 3. And my practices are not designed for your enjoyment. So we're teaching in a basketball jersey today and shorts. Shorts aren't even allowed to teach in at school. And so I guess I'll wear the jersey today. I wore overalls last week, so you just never know what's coming for the next e-learning day. Okay, so make sure you get attendance taken. And now right there, and then let's see what we have in store for Merge today. Remember, there will always be a video for the lesson, whether first period, third period, or eighth period. There is a video. If you just go straight to Khan Academy and you do the problems, you might go, "I didn't know how to do them." If you watch the video right here, I will do one whole set for you, and you'll probably get some of the same questions. So today we're going to evaluate variable expressions. And so the problem says 5 to the x minus 3 to the x if x is 2. All this means is plug it in, plug it in. If the problem is 5 to the x minus 3 to the x, and if x is 2, you just take a 2. Take x out of the game. Plug 2 in. So it's going to be 5 to the second minus 3 to the second. Page is 5 to the second. Is that 5 times 2? Or is that 5 times 5? Can't hear. Yes, it's 5 times 5. So 5 squared is 25. And then 3 squared, you can use a calculator. Make sure you use the little caret button if you want 3 squared. See, 3 squared is not 6. 3 times 3 is 9. And so then 25 minus 9 would be 16. And so I'm going to type it in. You only have to get 4. If you don't get a very good score, do them again. But there's 1. Whoa, what happened? Where did number 2 go? Right here. Where's my number 2? Here we go. Number 2. This one says, up here, x is 3. So if we want x cubed, you plug 3 in for x. So this is really 3 cubed. This is 4 to the x, but if x is 3, it's really 4 cubed. And then this one's really 3 to the 4th. So what in the world is 3 cubed? It is not 9. Don't take the lazy way. It's 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Or 27. So that's going to go up here. Boom. The next problem was 4 cubed. What is 4 times 4 times 4? Well, an even times an even is an even. And the only 2 numbers left is one's even and one's odd. And 3 to the 4th is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Well, that ain't 64. That's 9 times 9, which is 81. And so I have all the answers in order, except I'm covering up the check button. So I'll move over in this corner. The teacher put me in the corner, And so here we go. We're 2 for 2. Woohoo! 2-pointer. And then next one. On this one, we got to plug in multiple letters. It says X is 3 and Y is 0. So it helps if you take out pencil and paper. The problem was X to the 3rd times Y to the 4th. But X is 3, so this becomes a 3. And so it's 3 to the 3rd. And Y is 0, and that becomes 0 to the 4th. Well, what's 3 times 3 times 3? 9? No, it's 27. But more importantly, 0 times 0 times 0 times 0 is 0, and 0 times anything is 0. Even if you wrote the wrong thing, it's still 0. And so here we go. Let's see if we're 3 for 3. Woohoo! 3-point king. Woo! And then we're ready for number 4. This one. It says X is 4. And then it says X cubed plus X squared. Well, you got a number cubed plus the same number squared. Plug it in, wherever X is, you put a 4. So it's going to be 4 to the 3rd plus 4 square. That's a game. Oh, it's 4 squared. 4 cubed is not 12. It is 4 times 4 times 4. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Then here, 4 times 4 is not 8. It is 16. And then 64 plus 16 is 70. But if you accidentally type 12 plus 8 is 20, and then you miss it, I can tell how many people are typing 20 in. You can use your calculator if you need help. And so maybe mom and dad have one. Everybody in their kitchen has this drawer that just has a bunch of junk stuff in it. Usually in that drawer is just a calculator. And so it might be 4 function, but it'll work. And so the answer is not 70. I missed it. Huh. Now I'm going to have to do them all over again. Mr. Nyson, 64 plus 16, you forgot to carry the 10. It's actually 80. What are you thinking? Oh. Well, I would have had this done so fast. Now I have to type in an 80 up here. And then it says, show summary. And then it says 3 out of 4. Well, that's going to give me a 75% C. So then on mine over here, it will say in blue. When you get to yours, it will say, it's in blue though. It says start. But then it says try again. Don't just be content with the 3 out of 4. It's a C. Well, I wonder why I have a C in Mr. Nyson's class. Because you got 3 out of 4. You got to go 4 for 4. And then you have 100%. And you can go back and redo this one. Just click try again. And then go back. There's a previous button on your list at the top. Click on those. If some of those aren't 100%, click on that. Okay? So it's Mr. Nyson teaching from his domicile. Domicile is a house. I learned that from the movie Hoosiers. And so make sure if you have questions, email me and take attendance. Get these done, and I'll get Power School updated. And if you do fix some old ones, you can always email me to remind me, Mr. Nyson, I fixed some old ones. Could you please check my grades? And then I'll for sure make sure you're at the top of the list. Okay? So have a great day. And so we miss all you guys. Okay? Bye-bye.